All right, so we are we're recapping.
Oh my gosh, we are recapping.
Welcome back. We're the Bourbon Junkies. I don't know if we said that in the last like 19 videos now.
Not 24, you mean?
Yeah.
Number 25.
Usually one of us tries to remember, but I'm Sean. He's Dan.
Yes and yes.
This is the recap to our advent calendar.
Yeah. Okay.
We
trying to forget some of it, remember the rest of it.
We decided that we wanted to sit down, kind of talk about it, how it went.
We wanted to talk about our feelings.
And I said we should each pick a whiskey that was the most shocking to us. The how did we not get it? Like where did we go wrong type deal? There was a lot. I know. We really had to narrow it down.
I went. Yeah.
So for me,
the worst one. No. Here's the thing. We agree on the worst one. You picked it first, though.
Which one?
The one you picked. No. The one you picked. The one you're about to bring in the frame.
Yeah.
The one you picked is the one we did by far the worst on.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. I'll grab it.
I just wanted to say I actually agree with you, but we couldn't pick the same one.
No.
And you picked yours first.
Yeah, so...
this is our worst one. The worst day of the entire advent calendar was day number 24. Last day.
Parker's Heritage.
You want to know what's funny? Ricky and Gabby both said, we picked a really good bottle for the last day.
We did.
No, I mean, did they?
We both liked it.
Yeah?
And, okay.
Yeah.
So I went with the most shocking. This is one when we had it. I literally described it as mountains of flavor crashing into each other.
Yeah. And you were pretty right at the time.
It really mellowed out.
We didn't add water.
We did not.
Yeah.
We just drank it, and it was subtle. It was great.
That's a healthy pour. You are on healthy pours tonight.
That's all I do.
All right. I'm going to go with...
Pick yours.
My turn?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the saddest I was the whole time, even though you have seen how wrong I was about an American Prairie Reserve. Okay? That was the most wrong that I was.
Yeah.
This made me the saddest because Kentucky Owl
is
so,
that's a healthy pour.
Okay, it's less than yours. It's less though. It's slightly less.
Whole half an ounce.
We were
wrong.
A little off on both of these.
So
here's the idea.
But here's the problem though. We first opened this, said a bad whiskey.
I didn't. I gave it a bit something.
We opened this, said great whiskey.
Ooh.
We did it in our, we said amazing whiskey. We did it in our advent calendar. It said good whiskey. Undervalued it a bit. It hurts.
Here's the thing. Listen to me right now. And just trust me on this, because if you don't do it, it's like you don't understand love until you have a child. You know what I mean?
You're gonna talk about blind tasting?
Blind tasting is the hard. Okay, no. Here's the thing. Blind tasting a bottle is difficult, right?
Yeah.
It's difficult. Nobody's gonna disagree with you. Blind tasting 24 whiskeys in a row.
With 8 being an unknown.
I don't care, dude. They're all unknowns. There's 240 bottles here or something now.
But
they're all unknowns because there's too many.
But 8 were individual ones that we didn't know that we even owned through our significant others going and buying.
You're not wrong.
So
that made it harder.
It was an unknown on top of an unknown.
I'm saying.
And it got bad.
Let's pretend
There's
you
a
have
cat in here.
60.
I'm gonna take this little one outside and I'll be right back.
Let's pretend you have 60 to 80 bottles of whiskey. You know how, like, if you blind 24 up and you try to start guessing them and blind all of them, it's so hard. Here's the problem. You get desensitized and you have a lot of bads in a row. You have one good one, and it doesn't matter what that good one is anymore, it's just good.
We had a couple bad in a row.
I don't know how we didn't guess that.
We had a couple bad in a row, and I said I'd pay $60 for Old Forester 86.
The $22 old
Yeah, that happened.
Mind you, still good whiskey.
This still has that almost medicinal, but like
maybe.
that like really, really spicy.
We should have gotten that one.
We probably
That one's pretty inexcusable, I'll be completely honest. That one was the only fully inexcusable one for us.
Dude, that's mellowed out a lot.
I don't know. So the idea was, will we do it again next year?
An advent calendar?
Yep.
Different?
No, the same way. I'm just saying, will we do the same thing next year? Okay. What would you change?
it'd probably be a little bit tighter of guidelines. We're gonna probably rule some bottles out.
We did this here. Not enough. Okay.
We rolled 3 out of 200.
3?
Yeah.
What did we rule?
The Joseph Magnus, the Elmer T. Lee,
What was the 3rd?
and if I'd look over there, I'd find it.
I don't think we ruled out 3, bud.
The Amador. 10 barrels.
I don't think we ruled that out. I just think
I did.
we knew what it would be.
Oh boy.
Okay, so tighter tolerances on the old selection process. What else?
I think I'd open it up. I'd even say throw some Irish in there. We are growing that collection a little bit more. I wouldn't hate to see some Scotch in there either. It's already a question mark. It is already a question mark.
Yeah.
Nah, just throw that in there. Okay, you want me to get out some of them terrible bottles and tell me some of the Scotches that we own that wouldn't be better than that?
I know, but I don't want to do that though. I just want to get rid of some of the terrible bottles. So I think what we should have done was ask them to pick one off every shelf.
They damn near did.
They almost did.
They almost did.
Unfortunately, before I asked them that, I would reorganize all the shelves.
Yeah,
That's
because
something I would
okay, our
change.
problem was that we have them organized pretty much
We got
by
barrel
the type.
proofs, rye, things we like, finished ones,
Yeah.
random ones, like
Series
common
is
ones,
up over
Old
there,
Forest,
yeah.
whatever.
So they pretty much did almost pick one off every
You just
shelf.
pick the young ones off every shelf.
But yeah, unfortunately, they
somehow.
almost picked the worst one off every shelf.
I don't know.
This isn't super bad anymore.
So the other thing, I wrote down a bunch of questions. Let me find another one here. Things we liked about it. I liked not knowing what we were tasting.
It was challenging.
It was one of the most It was the most challenging whiskey thing we probably ever did.
Yeah, 24 days of unknown with 30, say a third of those, so 33% of them being super unknown.
Being complete unknown.
Yeah, like we couldn't even look to see those bottles to try and guess. And we were way off base on a lot of them, but still, it was a lot of fun.
The other thing that I would change, the things that I liked, I really like not knowing.
I just think this shit.
So one of the things I think we did wrong, I was thinking about it one night, one of the things I think we did wrong was when we took into consideration buy or not buy, the issue with that is it's completely unbiased, and when you buy a bottle, it will never be completely unbiased.
No, 100%.
99% of the time it won't be.
You'll see a label or you'll know something about
That-
it, and then it always plays a factor.
The issue is more about, so we said, let's say we said we pay $80 for this.
Which we did.
Well, but my issue with it is we're saying, when we said it, we're saying we pay $80 for the whiskey. We weren't including any money for the fact that it's only a Kentucky release. We weren't including any money for the fact that we can never get it again. Like, we weren't including any stipulation that it's a special bottle.
But yeah, okay, so $80 on our scale for an entire 24 days, that was the highest.
That was probably one of the highest, wasn't
There,
it?
I don't, I said
I didn't
80,
think
you
about
said
that.
60.
To 80.
I think you said 60 to
I said
80
60 to
or
80.
70-ish. But that was the highest one that we gave to
Yeah,
anything.
I didn't think about that.
So
I just didn't, the more I thought about it later, and it was too late, but when we were saying buy, not buy, it was based solely on what was in our glass, and it had nothing to do with the bottling. It would be like saying, would you buy George C. Stagg for $200 and saying no.
yeah.
But it's BTAC. You know what I mean? Like, you can't
Yeah.
get it all year round. Like, it was almost the implication was, you can always get it.
Yeah.
Would you buy it, yes or no? And that's not, some of the bottles weren't that. So I think we made a mistake there. I think that's one of the places that we messed up.
Could have done better.
Let's
But
see,
from
what-
this, I'll say real quick that we want to do some check-ins.
We need to do check-ins on
100%. So what we've talked about is bottles we've given lower-ish grades to that we come back to. This, when I first tried it, I think I gave it a D.
Something around that range.
It was bad. It was super spiky. I didn't like it.
Cleveland was better.
Cleveland did get.
It's not good, but it got
Still not
better.
good.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, 100%. We want to go back to those bottles that were fresh popped
Yeah.
and we didn't
That
love
we were
so much.
mediocre on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can go back to
birthday
them.
bourbon, something
Yeah.
like that.
And that opened up great. We
did.
had it in a whiskey
did.
war, and did that win?
It did really well. I don't know if it won. Favorite day of the Advent calendar?
Ooh, that's rough.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Off the top of your head.
We only finished 2.
We did only... It doesn't have to be your favorite whiskey. Favorite one we did that you can think of.
Oh, God. Then it's going to be the American Prairie.
Oh, that's hurtful.
Because,
That's hurtful.
100%,
Oh,
I
you
felt...
don't care much.
No. I felt so bad when we did the NOP 2001.
And then I ran it back.
Convinced you, and it was like, that's a rye, dude.
ran it back.
It's so spicy. It's a rye. And you were like, "Ah," and I talked you right out of it. And then, a week later, you're like, dude,
A week later, I bought a white panel van. I
You're
wrote
like-
free candy on the side of it. Sean hopped in and went along on a ride with me.
Yeah. I was like, definitely a rye. You're super right.
100%.
Okay. So that's probably my favorite day. A little redemption.
I think my favorite day was Antique 107. Solely because
To crush my soul.
I called
How
it.
much I love it.
I pulled it off the shelf and I set it on the thing and I was right. We hadn't looked yet.
Yeah. You know what's cool?
It felt good to be that right. I called the mash bill 2, but it wasn't one of them,
Right? I
right?
pulled down and then put back.
Angel's Envy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's the exact same thing. You put...
But I didn't put it
Oh,
back.
you did.
I put it back
oh,
here.
Oh, you put it back.
No.
Don't you lie to me.
I promise.
I'll watch that video
You'll
right
see.
now. Yeah,
I
the
pulled it down
editing.
and I set it on the box.
You put it
You
back.
picked up Angels, you looked at it and you put it back. You didn't put it on the
No,
box.
I did. I set it down.
Promise.
I set it down right here.
I'm 100% sure.
Dude, I did this.
Yep.
I went...
Nope, you did not. 100% you didn't. Honestly, you know what's funny? Is I almost said that initially. You think it's a little finished in there, don't you?
Honestly, you know what's funny is I almost said that initially. You think it's a little...
I think Antique 107 was one of my favorites. 86, Old Forester 86 proof was one of my favorites. Because we praised the shit out of it.
And it's the cheapest.
It's still good, but it was one of the cheapest
Yeah.
bottles that we had done the whole time. What was your least favorite day?
Ooh.
For whatever reason. Really? Why? Why?
Because this is awful
That
whiskey.
that was your least favorite whiskey we had?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's my least favorite day.
Okay.
Because this is awful. And you were like, that's not bad.
It's not bad. It's still not bad. How do people drink out of moonshine thingers? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta tip it up like this.
Okay.
Watch.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
You
I'll
tip
do
her
it.
back up.
Like this?
Yep.
And like this?
Yep. Put it on your shoulder. It's like watching monkeys use tools for the
Dude, it's
first
still
time.
not bad.
Yeah, look.
My least favorite day.
Right here.
My least.
You see how that works? And then you...
Nah, I'm still missing it. I feel like I don't know the technique. You're so redneck, dude. My gosh.
It's not hard.
My least favorite day? Shoulder?
Right. Oh, you can't bend that elbow. There, put it right there.
Oh,
There you
like
go. How inflexible are you?
Well, it's not great. I'm gonna be honest.
It's awful.
It's not
I
great.
just
It's not
tasted it
bad.
again.
It's not great. It's not bad.
It's
Oh
awful.
wow, it tastes like corn nuts. That's some honey roasted peanuts right there. My least favorite day, Ohio bourbon.
Oh.
Without a doubt, the only whiskey I refused to drink more of was this one. This is the most bitter coffee ground leather mocha choke bullshit farm cow manure in my mouth.
I just went with the biggest disagreement that
2 girls, 1 cup is what this whiskey might as well be. And if you don't know what that is, I don't recommend looking.
Google it.
I know. All right. Well, but all in all, it was fun. I'm glad that we did the way we did it. I like that we didn't know. I
It
know some
was
people didn't
a
want
lot of fun.
So this is a little bit hard to explain, and unfortunately, we're in a place where we're looking for views and subscribers because we're just starting, kind of. So one of
much
the
just
reasons you guys had to know what the whiskey was on the thumbnails was because
it's a buzzword.
if I put
you're getting
Blanton's,
search it,
if I
yeah.
put Blanton's on a thumbnail, people will see Blanton's and click it. If they're all mysteries, unfortunately, we won't get any views. So maybe next year we'll see. But
No
maybe-
one's ever gonna search Blanton's, and if we don't put that in the title,
Well,
no one's ever gonna see that
and
video.
the thumbnail. Like a lot of people, the picture. The
Yeah.
picture doesn't have the bottle of whiskey
You
in
feast
it.
with your eyes, yeah.
Our Halloween episode is one of, I think, our lowest viewed, and it was a bottle with a bunch of question marks on it. It's just because if they
Sorry.
don't know what it is, it's not you know, you're not gonna click it if you don't know who we are. So, next
two
year,
people know who we
next
are,
year, I
so.
genuinely do hope. Sean had the idea initially before we started or like after like 1 or 2 days,
Yeah.
to make all the thumbnails blind, and so
Yeah.
that you could like basically come along with us on
Yeah.
the journey of not knowing what it was.
You would hear our descriptions and still not know what it is.
Yeah, that's true. But unfortunately,
We have a year
for
to
our
grow.
sake, we couldn't do it. So
No.
the other thing I'd like to change next year is I'd like the women, when they put it together, I'd like to have a place for them to release the list, and then you guys could follow along.
Yeah,
That's
so
the one
like
thing
we
I want
wouldn't
to change.
know.
We don't know, but everybody
Oh.
watching can know if they choose to, and they can have, if they have the whiskeys, they can drink them the day we're doing it.
I just heard this. I like that.
Maybe we put them out at night so you
Yeah.
can follow along.
I like that.
Yeah, that was one of the other things I was thinking about. But
Fantastic.
yeah, that would be a lot of fun. We'll see. We had fun.
We had a
It
lot
was a
of fun.
blast. Putting it together was a lot of fun.
We're wrong a lot,
We're not professional.
but we have a lot of fun. Pretty much boiled down to
You don't come here. Listen, the Whiskey Vault has a som. You didn't come here because the Whiskey Vault has a som and you want to know more about whiskey. You came here because you had a good time. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do we.
We're good for a good time.
So keep coming here. Hanging out. Buy this stuff.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Follow along.
Buy a t-shirt.
We love
We'd
it.
appreciate it.
All right. For real though, we're the Bourbon Junkies. Thanks for following along. It means a lot to us. Thanks for all the comments and all that stuff. It was a lot of work to put all this stuff out, and the comments make it worth it.
I was wrong. I'm sorry, partners.
You were wrong more than I was, and that's all that matters.
It's not true.
The proof is important.
Watch American Prairie.